Conditional Finality is probably one of my favorite raid exotics, and I don't see a lot of people using it right. If you've been lucky enough to get this from the brand new raid, you know how good the shotgun can be. From stunning unstoppable champions, freezing absolutely everything in the game, and just doing a bunch of damage in general, it is a great exotic shotgun. But what if I told you you could get a little bit more mileage out of it if you just add this one simple trick to it once you learn exactly how the shotgun works? That is what this video is going to be all about, and if you already know about this interaction, be sure to drop a comment down below. There currently isn't a whole lot going on in Destiny as we wait for the new season, so I figured I'd put together this fun video so people with Conditional Finality can have a little bit more fun with it. Now, this interaction will also work with things like chill clip and other ways to freeze enemies, but it does work best with the exotic shotgun. So if y'all enjoy and learn anything new, consider subscribing and dropping a like. It really helps the channel out, and it can even help me get a new pair in classes. I've seen a lot of you starting to comment about that. Jokes aside, watching the video is way more than enough, and I just want you all to know that every single bit of support from you all is truly appreciated. Okay, so first things first, if you don't know how the shotgun works, really quick as a rundown, this is going to be a double barrel shotgun that has two shots in it. The first shot does stasis damage and the second shot does solar damage, but the cool part of this is that if you land the majority of your pellets on an enemy, the first shot with stasis will freeze that enemy, and then the second shot will ignite that enemy. Shattering a frozen target or igniting an enemy will actually stun unstoppable champions, so this shotgun has intrinsic unstoppable, and it somewhat has intrinsic anti-barrier if you can't time that stasis freeze. Now, if you've had the shotgun for a while and been using it, you know that there is somewhat of a delay between the first and second shot of it coming out of the gun. It can be a little annoying from time to time if you are shooting it, then you're just sitting there waiting so you can actually shoot the next shot. But that is where this little technique comes into play, and I think Bungie designed the weapon to be like that, to actually use it like this. Okay, so we're in the game now, and I do have full auto on, and I'm gonna hold the mouse up to the camera, and you can see the delay between each of these shotgun shots. So if you shoot one, you see it's gonna have a little delay, and then you can shoot the next shot, then we're going to reload. So what's really cool about this is that between that delay, you can actually put a melee into that. So if we come over here, we'll have our uncharged melee. Again, we're now going to apply a melee while shooting. So we shoot melee and then we can immediately shoot the next shot. So as you can already going to see, that is way faster than just having to shoot, wait, and then shoot for the next shot. Where again, once again, you can shoot melee and then shoot again pretty much immediately. Now, I don't think there's any secret going on where that melee is actually reducing the delay of that shotgun shot, but the main thing it is doing is you're actually just getting some extra damage out while you're waiting for that second burst. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, it's just a little extra melee damage. What's the point of that when I can just wait? Well, extra damage is always extra damage. But what's really cool is that this is obviously a shotgun, so you're going to be up close anyway. But on top of that, the way stasis works in this game, if you actually freeze a target, then melee that target, you essentially get around 230% increased damage. My math could be wrong, so if it is, be sure to correct me in the comments below. But if we take a look here, you'll see that the base melee does a total of 10,246 damage. Now, if we freeze that target and then do our melee, you see our melee goes up to 33,812 damage. So obviously that's a very large increase, and it will give you a bunch of extra damage if you do just apply that melee. And like I said in the beginning, the stasis shot is always the first shot. So essentially all you have to do is run up, shotgun, freeze the target, melee that target to get that extra damage. Then you can immediately shoot your ignite shot right after that, and it adds a good amount of damage to the combo, and it just makes sitting there having to wait for that delay a whole lot better. This is also very good for unstoppable champions because shattering the frozen target actually is what stuns the unstoppable champion. So you can sit there, freeze, melee to stun it, and then that full second shotgun burst with the ignite damage will do max damage, where the next shotgun shot would shatter the frozen target to stun that champion, then the ignite would go off. The final cool thing to note with that is that if you do get a freeze and a melee off, you typically one-shot most majors in the game, which will always conserve you one extra ammo. And over time, that will save you a bunch of ammo in the long run, whereas normally you would obviously have to shoot the freeze, then ignite to kill a major. Now, I think with all that knowledge, if they ever were to add a catalyst to the shotgun, I think 1-2 punch would be a great option to further increase that freeze the melee playstyle. And like I said in the beginning, any way to freeze enemies will work with this. If you use chill clip to freeze the enemy, then melee, then you still get that melee damage decrease. It's not unique to Conditional Finality or just your subclass alone. You would still get that extra melee damage if the target's frozen. It just works extremely well with Conditional Finality, the way you build into it, and I definitely think it's something everyone should know about. But anyways, that is the mechanic. Again, let me know if you all knew about it in the comments below. I definitely think this will increase the amount of fun and effectiveness you have with Conditional Finality, and if you haven't haven't gotten it yet, I wish you all the best of luck in doing the new raid. Be sure to do those challenges so you can get those extra drop chances. It took me around 20 runs with all the increased chances to get it, so I'm wishing you all the best of luck, because it is by far probably my favorite raid exotic they've added in the game in a while, and I just love the synergies and builds that you can do around it. But regardless, that's going to do it all for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day. Peace.